Welcome to DAV Moyle Public School E-class of Standard 8, subject Science, and our topic name is Metals and Non-Metals. This is the second session of the same chapter. In first session we learnt about what are metals, what are non-metals, minerals and ores and how they are being extracted. But today in this session we are going to learn about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical state, first is physical state. First property is physical state, how they looks. Metals, all metals are solid at room temperature. For example, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, all these are solid in state at room temperature. Except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. My dear student, ever you have seen the mercury? Yes, you have seen in the thermometer in a lab only. That capillary tube, the liquid which is in that capillary tube of that thermometer is mercury only. Non-metals exist in all the three states, solid, liquid and gaseous, like oxygen, nitrogen are in gaseous state, phosphorus, iodine are in solid state. Next property is melting point and boiling point. Metals have high melting and boiling point. You can't able to melt the iron at the ordinary room temperature, at the ordinary temperature of your house. The melting point of iron is 1536 degrees centigrade. Boiling point is 3000 degrees centigrade. Except calcium, which is a metal, but it needs a less melting point, and its melting point is 28.7 degree centigrade. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point. Example, sulfur, the melting point is 119 degrees centigrade. Except carbon, whose melting point, carbon is a non-metal but its melting point is high. See, what is the melting point? 3723 degree centigrade. Next property is the density and hardness. My dear student, this term density you have already learned in the 5th standard. There was in one chapter and one activity that you have a 5 rupees coin and a one wood, and you have to throw in the water and observe what is being sink in the water. The coin was sinking in, though the wood was big, but coin was sinking in because the density of the coin was more. So what is density? Density is the mass upon volume. So metals have high density and non-metals have low density. Metals are hard. Why metals are hard? Again, this portion is completed in 6th standard. Because the particles are very closely arranged with each other. There is no space between the particles. That's why they are hard. Metals can withstand the high pressure without getting distorted. Non-metals are not hard. Non-metals are brittle and can be break into the pieces when hammered. Luster and malleability, very important property of this metal and non-metal. Luster, my dear student, sometimes if a new utensil, metallic utensils is being brought from the shop and brought to your house, it is very shiny, very shiny. It used to shine a lot. That property of shining is called as luster. Metals have shining surface. This is known as metallic luster. But my dear student, after some time, after some years, that shine is being reduced because that metal is being reacted with the oxygen and metallic oxide is being formed. A layer of metallic oxide is being formed on their surface. Non-metal is non-lustrous. It means non-metal is not shiny except iodine, which is shiny, lustrous. Metals are malleable. Another good property, another important property. If a metal is being hammered with the hammer and it is being converted into the thin sheet like structure, that property of the metal is called as malleability. Metals are malleable. It means they can be converted into thin sheet. That's why we are able to get the sheets of tin sheets which is being used for household, making roof of the houses. Non-metals are malleable, can be broken down if they are hammered, but metals can be converted into sheets. Next property is ductility and tensile strength. Ductility, because of this property only we are able to make the wires, copper wire, aluminum wire, and used in the electricity. The property of the metal to change into the thin wires on stretching is called as ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. Example, copper, aluminum, iron wire are commonly used. But non-metals are non-ductile. It means they cannot be converted into wires. Metals have high tensile strength, can bear a lots of strain without breaking. That's why the metal bar, iron bar is being used in the columns of the building, isn't it? But non-metals do not have tensile strength. Next property is conductivity. Metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity. That's why we are able to make the food in the utensils. We are able to conduct the electricity in the wires of copper wire, aluminum wire, isn't it? If your mother is being cooking food and leave with that spoon for some time and you immediately come and touches that spoon, you feel hot and you throw it out. Because of what? Because the heat is being transferred from one end to the another end. So metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. That's why they are called as insulators. Last property of this metal and non-metal is sonorosity. My dear student, in our school we have the bell. When the bell is being struck by some hard substance, a sound is being produced. That property of the metal of producing sound on striking with some hard substance is called as sonorosity. Metals have a property to produce sound. That property is called as sonorosity. Hence the metal are sonorous. It is used for making bells, and non-metals are non-sonorous. So my dear student, today we learn the properties, physical properties of metals and non-metals. And here is an worksheet for you also, which you have to solve in your notebook only. Thank you. Stay at home and stay safe.